Hello everybody, welcome back to the first official event of Season 5. The pre-season events have started. Today we're going to be watching some of the best drivers Ion has to offer in the first equal event of the season, the 2010 race, sorry. And then later we'll be watching a 1988 classic race. Anyway, welcome back to Australia. Welcome back to Ion. Welcome back to Australia. This is the Blue Wallaby International Circuit, and we have about 20 drivers on track to provide some interesting racing. The circuit has undergone some renovations with new curbing all throughout the track, replacing the old curbing. Anyway, joining me today for commentary will be Matt. We joined just about 5 minutes into qualifying.
Hi, hello.
Who are we on board with here? This is Critical Noob, Fox Motorsports. This is... Oh, I'm wrong. No, this is the Cheetah team.
Cheetah.
Critical Noob is driving for. Joined... Excellent asking who I'm joined by. This is Matt5245F. I'm noticing...
Hi, it's me.
I'm noticing some overzealous usage of the track limits on the flat out section at the back of the circuit.
Yeah, not so sure if that gives you a corner cut. I think most people are just using that back part at the start of their lap to get more entry speed and more speed down the main straight. And obviously more speed equals faster lap time. So
yeah,
we'll see if Festa wants to do anything about it. But I think for now, I guess it's legal.
Just trying to work out which audio track this is coming through and why it's so loud.
Oh, everyone's cutting. Critical Noob's
yeah,
cutting.
everybody cutting.
Dino was cutting. I think Neo cut as well. Capstar as well. Everyone's cutting. But right now, top 4 separated by half a second, 5/10, which is honestly close for Ion standards. I will not lie.
Absolutely. Obviously, we don't have graphics this weekend due to the sort of short notice that we got that it would be starting. We only got about 2 weeks notice, but this is the 2010 event. Did you say there was 10 or 8 teams that we have?
There's 10.
There's 10 teams.
10. Yeah, but I think some teams are kind of missing in action this weekend. I don't see any Fox Racing teams here unless I'm wrong.
So, if we can just go through the team list quickly, if that should be in league announcements, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in league announcements.
KR Racing, Rezuran Racing, Boot GP, Crake Racing, Fasta GP, Valor GTS, Raven Motorsports, Porsche Blue Ball Racing, and Fox Motorsports, and then Cheetah Racing.
Yeah.
10 teams.
Who do you think is...
Well,
you go first.
No, if you were going to ask who I think might win this, I don't see that many candidates that might actually win this that aren't on an equal plane. I feel like at this point, there's no races have happened. We still don't know the true pace, but I feel like most teams at this point will have a chance at winning the championship. Even if it doesn't mean that much to win a championship.
Well, I mean, championship is a championship. I think, for me, I think Craig's in a very good spot, especially with Dino Monkey. He's been grinding IFR, and I think he's also one of the... I think he has half of the IFR records right now. So he's definitely one to watch this season. I think you also can't count out KRR. They have 2 quality drivers of Outguard and Noah. Currently P7, P9. I think give them a bit more time. They'll probably be up there, as well as Cheetah. They have Critical Noob, very good driver. If he gets a teammate, probably will be in the running as well.
Yeah, as you said, there's Dino Monkey at the top, currently 7 hundredths of a second faster than absolutely everyone on the track right now. Do you think that he's going to have an advantage throughout the entire season? As you said, I believe you said he has half the IFR records at the moment. Is that... correct?
Yeah, I would have to see. I think he will definitely have an advantage in qualifying, but as we know from Ion, qualifying and race, two completely different things. I've experienced it myself, qualified well and absolutely do bad in the race. Like drop down like I don't know 12 positions at the start. So I think in Ion really consistency over one lap pace, and we'll just have to see if he has that in his locker as well.
Yeah, so 30 laps, 30 lap racing that we'll be seeing today. Do you think that over those 30 laps a lot might happen, with of course damage being a factor, and that these drivers will be pushing on the limits, and some might go over the limit quite a lot in these cars? I found that they're quite easy to drive, but at the same time, whether people are going to push a bit too hard in them, because they just don't have that much experience, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I've driven the cars a bit. It's really easy to lock up the brakes. Basically, the moment you touch the brakes, they lock up. I've heard they updated it, but I think the update made the brakes worse. So, yeah, I think we're gonna see many people run wide into turn one at the start, and it's just whoever. I think for the first race, whoever plays it safe will probably easily be on the podium or at least in the points. I think at least half the field's gonna crash out.
Half the field. That's a
Oh.
that's a bold statement, but I don't know. Again, anything can happen in these races, and I'm noticing a lot of excessive, in a way, track limit usage. I mean, people are going wide in turn
Oh,
2,
yeah.
turn 6. I don't think that that's going to be that good for racing.
Yeah, I mean Australia. Well, at least one thing that's good about Australia is the two chicanes. If you mess up just one part of it, you're basically in a wall.
Yeah, and especially in the league where everything's a lot more punishing. There's a lot more anti-CC rather than just penalties. It's going to be a
Yep.
lot more difficult in the league, but still, this is quite reminiscent of what we'll be seeing in the league, with a lot of invalidations ruining laps quite early on. But Dynamonkey currently looking set for pole as Critical Noob, not able to improve his first two sectors, but he might be able to get that time back in his final sector. On board now, coming across the line is a
Static
big
just
crash at the final corner. This is the... Will he take pole? No. He's only
No,
able to
oh,
improve his lap,
misses out.
but by 200ths of a second, he misses pole position.
Yeah, and as well on the crash at the back, Static was on a. I don't think he was improving, but he just crashed into the final corner into the pit wall. So I guess that's one way people can crash out as well. Who knows?
Yep. So I believe everyone that's on a lap has finished their lap, unless I'm incorrect. Yeah, that's everyone that
Oh,
has
oh yeah,
started
that's
a lap.
everyone now.
They've finished.
Randomizer just died.
So my only assumption now is that we're going to be waiting for the race to start, because everyone that started the lap has finished the lap, and
Yep, I guess that's the final lap. So Dino Monkey securing pole position for Craig G. Is it Craig Racing or Craig GP? Craig Racing,
break
owned by
racing.
Low Fun Greg. Then his teammate is disconnected. But Neo is in P11 with 119.0, so anything can happen. As we've seen, Neo is a pretty good driver in the Expo/GT3 series from what I've seen. So I'm sure he'll be able to climb a few places during the race.
So the message from Fastler Race Director is that the race will be starting in 4 minutes, which is the time at the top. I'm assuming we're waiting for the drivers to be able to join the race, and in that time, some drivers are going to try and get a bit more practice under their belts. Noah Gamer in the KR Racing currently out on circuit. I think most drivers are going out on circuit now. Yeah, a lot of the drivers are going out Let's try and get a few more laps in before the race starts.
Always. Noah just went wide. I think he locked up the brakes into the chicane.
So on board with Noah Gamer, we're going on to the back straight over the second sector timing line, heading towards one of the hardest corners of the circuit, apart from the chicanes, which is a long into a corner braking zone. Is that one of the places where it's quite easy to lock up the brakes, or is that one of the places where you don't really have to worry about that?
Honestly, I think anywhere when track limits, but anywhere where I think fifth gear or higher, once you press the brakes, they just lock up. Especially at that we're double right-hander before the last right left onto the main straight. I think that's where we're gonna see many drivers run wide if they do not get their braking correct.
But I've been told that many drivers are just running wide there because it's faster, but also some drivers are also ignoring that area because it has a chance of spinning them out on turn-in. It might be used during the race, but I don't think a lot of drivers are going to use it during the race based on the pure risk that it has.
Yeah, pure risks, and I think they also wear your tires faster as well. So it'll be interesting. And also strategy will be interesting because I don't think, because the cars just got updated like an hour ago, I don't think the teams really got that much data. So it will be interesting on strategy. I've heard it's gonna be a 2-stop race, but we shall wait and see.
So this is Rajia K. He's P5, but 5 tenths behind pole. This is quite a spread out field. When you look at the distance from, I'm going to count maybe P15 as the first actual lap attempt. It's from 122.8 all the way down to 17.4. It's such a wide spread of competition during this event, and I'm not entirely sure that it's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, what's that, 5 seconds difference in lap?
Yeah,
Like 1 lap pace.
5.4 seconds, yes. That's
yeah, that's crazy. Like usually in normal league we see, I don't know, maybe 2 seconds from P1 to last. 5 seconds is a bit insane, but I think it's their first time out. We'll cut them some slack. But actually from what's that?
P6 to P11. That's quite
Yeah.
close. That's just under 5. Just under a couple of tenths.
Yeah, P6, P11. And from critical as well. So P1 or P5, all in the 117s.
So
And yeah, I think 170s is really just the benchmark. Oh, yeah,
so
lining up for the race now.
here we go. Everyone getting onto the grid for the start of our race. Everyone choosing their tires. It looks like we're going to have a nice dry start, but anything can happen even when a 10% chance of rain is all there. But yeah, 10% chance of rain.
Oh, if there's rain, that will be extremely exciting, especially with how easy it is to lock up the brakes. What have most people gone on to? Most people have gone on to the mediums.
So
the KRRs have gone to the hards.
Right, there come the lights. There's 5 lights and they're out very quickly. It's a good start for Dino Monkey off the line into P1. It's a good start for Static in P3. Heading towards turn 1. It looks like Static's in the lead. Out of turn 2, Static still takes the lead. One Valor at the back going wide there. I think that was Dadmanguro.
That was Dadmanguro, yep.
And Static, again, leading into the first sector. That's Critical Noob in P2. Very closely followed by Dynamonkey 321. And that's a Bhutan Motorsports going wide, or a Boot GP, as KR has managed to get up into P5 and P6 out of P10. And it looks like Acer's going to get the purple first sector. Let's go on board with Dino Monkey, who's in the crate, currently in P3 behind Critical Noob.
Well, that was a very nice chicane by Dino Monkey. Critical Noob going a little bit wide on the exit through the long left-hander here onto the back straight. But great exit by Critical Noob. He's literally inside Dino Monkey now. side by side into the very long right-hander now. Top three are basically inside each other with Outguard and Noah just trailing them.
And it looks through that corner that Critical Noob is able to attack P1 and might just make the pass, as that's the 87 car of Outgame. It's that Outgamer, I think? But Static still leads, but closely followed by Critical Noob and the KR, who's managed to get up from P6, now in P4. And on the back of the leaders.
Three cars. Looks like 3 cars went for the wide entry onto the for the main straight. I think it was Acer, Noah, and Randomizer.
So,
Yeah,
Critical Noob
yeah,
going
that
wide.
area doesn't give you CCs. I'll go with the fastest lap as well. He's done a great job from what I believe was P8 on the grid.
Yeah. So, Outsguard now behind the back of P3. Has he fallen back, or is he still on the back? Yeah, he's currently fighting for P1 by the looks of it with these 4 cars. This 4-car battle looks quite exciting. Static still leads with the fastest first sector, but beaten by Capstar as well further back. Capstar in P9, but 4.2 seconds after 1 lap separate the top 10.
Yeah, I believe the Festa GP racing team is using the Ferrari livery. Not so sure why, but it just looks like both the drivers are using the Ferrari livery. As Miggy runs wide, is he in a wall? Has Miggy crashed?
Is that Miggy
He
out?
still has his wheels.
No, yeah.
He still has his wheels.
Miggy is fine. No incident yet. Static still leads after 3 laps heading towards the final corner. That's Outsguard on hards, chasing these top 3, who are all on mediums, I believe. All of the top 3 are on mediums, apart from Outguard, who's on the hards and is still able to fight. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. Especially, I think the delta between mediums and hards is quite huge, and Outguard being able to stay with the front runners for this long is gonna benefit him later during the race.
Yeah. So if he's able to extend his first sector or his first stint, then he might be able to get ahead of the leaders after the pit stops. And Capstar, who is 4.2 seconds behind the leaders last lap, is now right on the back of them in the faster GP.
Yeah.
Is using the Ferrari. Capstar with a purple first sector, with a purple lap, fastest lap of the race. And 3 laps in, we see Capstar on the back of this pack. Will he be able to catch them? Maybe not. 2.1 seconds between P4 and him. Dino Monkey now from pole back into P4. That's not a good start from him on the mediums, as Outguard still in P3. Critical on the back of Static for P1. This battle cannot stay on that long, but Capstar is able to gain time, and he's now on the back of P4, might be able to take Dino Monkey's P4 and maybe get past Outguard, as Outguard doesn't get the best of launches down the straight. Maybe Dino Monkey might be able to make a pass into turn 1, and he does with the DRS, but he goes wide.
Oh, Dino Monkey goes wide, very wide. That's gonna hurt his tires. He must be spinning the sand trap.
So he's now dropped down to P5 and out of the battle for now, but Capstar making a move up into P3. He was P8 last lap. He's now P3 with 0.9 between him and the leader. Might be looking to get on the back of this battle between Critical Noob and Static. Critical Noob seems to have taken the lead here from Static, but is still quite close and still not able to tell. But it looks like, yeah, Critical Noob has taken P1.
Yeah, all Static going a little bit wide. Still manages to hold it though. And I think it's like Cap. Cap gets a great exit. He's right behind Static now.
Yep, Capstar
He might launch an attack here.
Yep, Capstar using his DRS to try and get past Static for P2. Static might be struggling with his tires here after a good start. He might have pushed a bit too hard. As well, it looks like Critical Noob has made a mistake, and that's Static into P1. Capstar might be able to capitalize onto this to get into P1, which is still very impressive considering he was 9th 2 laps ago. We head down the main straight. It's going to be Capstar and Static getting the DRS onto Critical Noob. It looks like Capstar is able, with that double slipstream, to make it past Static, as Static goes wide and Critical Noob goes wide. So that's that. Now Capstar into the lead.
Yeah, that gives Cap the lead. Beautiful driving by him. He has gained, like, I don't know, close to 5 seconds since the start of the race. Really nice driving from him. Currently holds the fastest lap as well and goes purple again in Sector 1. Amazing.
Capstar, dominant performance, some might say, so far in this race, to be able to go from where he started and now leading this race with a 0.6 gap to Critical Noob, his next component, his next competitor. And we have Static and Critical Noob here battling for P2. I don't think that they're going to stay with Capstar, and I think that Capstar might just get away.
Yeah, he has at least half a second gap right now. 1.6 seconds. He gained 1 whole second in Sector 1. He's gone. He's probably using all his ERS to get away, break the DRS, and Dino Monkey goes wide again. The end of the back straight.
Dino Monkey might not be doing too well with those tires and might not be managing them quite as well as he would like. Outguard P5 now, still behind Dino Monkey, but those two look like they might be able to fall off of this sort of train that we have at the front.
Yeah, and Capstar pulled another 210s in that last sector. But yeah, like I said before,
Static goes
one
wide! And that's Critical into P2.
Yeah, I think Static gotta manage his braking for turn 1. He's gone wide for I think 3 laps or 4 laps straight now.
That's going to allow Critical to Capstar to have a 2-second gap to his next competitor, Critical Noob, as you were saying.
Yeah, and I would like to say, you know, like I said before, Dino Monkey, although he got pole, currently P4, 3.6 seconds behind Cap. So yeah, I guess it just goes to show one lap pace isn't everything, but I think throughout the season, as he, you know, gains a little bit more experience with long pace runs and like vision lag and all that stuff, he should be able to be up there. I mean, he's currently up there, P5 right now, just fighting with Outguard right now, 1.2 seconds behind Static from Outguard. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting in the future races. But for now, Capstar just dominant.
Yep, the top 5 separated by 4 seconds, and then the next biggest gap is down to P6, which is 6 seconds, and this is a battle between two. I don't even know what team that is. Is that the... I don't know what team that is, but 2 teammates battling, and this is quite a close battle for P7 between the boot GP of Randomizer. And he goes wide there, and a lot of the drivers seem to be going wide. This is a 4-car battle for P8 to P11.
P11, yeah. And I think now they are starting to form their own packs, like Capstar's on its own, but P2 to P5, we have Static, Critical Noob, Dino Monkey, and Outguard, and then P6, P7, we have Noah and Randomizer, and then P8 onwards down to P12. That's one whole pack by itself, basically.
Looks like Miggy made a big mistake in Sector 1 there, losing 2 seconds to P10, but the 2 teammates, again, on top of each other, tied for P10, but still in the battle with Racerman in the BGP.
Wow, they're literally same time across the line. Insane. I wonder if we can get the corner cuts out. I want to see how many corner cuts these people have been wrecking, because I think it's been quite a decent amount.
It looks like Static and Dino Monkey have got a penalty, because they're way back now from the leading pack. 5-second gap, and that just doesn't come out of nowhere. Outguard in P3, Critical Noob in P2, and Outguard might be looking now with his probably fresher tires to make an attack for P2 and Critical Noob. Critical Noob might want to come into the pits quite soon, maybe in the next couple of laps, and still dominant from Capstar, 4 seconds. Lead might improve. Yeah, 6/10 that lap. Capstar is just going to go and be dominant.
Yeah, Capstar, as long as he doesn't do anything too reckless right now, he should have this win. At least his first stint pretty under control. He might be doing a 1-stop. We'll see if he manages to stretch the tires all the way to lap 15. If not, I think it's gonna be a 2-stop. Lap 10, lap 20.
Yeah. It looks like Capstar is just pushing hard, but I don't know if that's ruining his tires or not, but evidently it isn't, because he's able to keep this pace that he's been doing. He's slowed down a bit now, he's not doing purple sectors, but still, he's still gapping all the competitors on the racetrack.
Yeah, he is. And Outguard has uh gotten to the back of Critical Noob now. His hard tires starting to favor him now into the race. What's the gap now? 9 tenths to Critical Noob, and I think Critical actually gained a bit on Capstar, but still the gap's like 5 seconds. Capstar has done an amazing first 9 laps here.
Yeah. Capstar still more than likely gaining as the outguard on the back of Critical Noob. Lost some time in the final sector there, and is currently just out or just in DRS range of Critical Noob. Maybe Critical Noob has started pushing a bit more, but I still don't think that he's going to be able to get back. And still, these two, I don't even know what this team is called. It's just the green team, and those two teammates are battling in P8 and P9. Is that Fox Motorsport?
Yeah, I was gonna guess it might be Fox.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
it says on the airbox there. Capstar is still dominant. Might be coming to lap the first competitor. I think that's Lanstroid. Yeah, he's coming to the first Static's teammate actually, Lanstroid, coming up to be lapped in that Ravens car. I think that is.
Ravens? Yeah, it should be Team Ravens. He's about 4 seconds behind. Might lap him at the end of this lap. Who knows?
Yep. Capstar, the gap continues to grow. 6.4, 7.4. Outguard barely within DRS range now.
Oh, Dino Monkey pits.
That's Dino Monkey in the pits. That's maybe
Early
his
pit stop.
He's gone wide quite a few times, so maybe those medium tires are starting to not favor him.
Yep. Let's see what tires he goes to. Another set of mediums, so I think it's quite clear. Going for a 2-stop, 10 laps on each set.
Yep, and he comes out in P8, but still. Oh, that's Ben going wide, and Noah Gamer will be able to get into P8, separating the two Fox Motorsport cars. As Dino Monkey on those fresh tires will now hopefully be able to get past these drivers and then start his gain onto Capstar. He'll need to gain 10 seconds if he wants to be in the lead by the time the Capstar pits.
Yeah. I think I saw just now someone in chat. They think Capstar is gonna box on lap 13 to go on hards. We'll see if he does that. If he does that, I think they're much more competent than me in the strategy side of things for 2010.
Yeah, I mean, chat strategy usually decent, and being told that Ace are pitted, which does check out.
Yeah. Just check out Lance as well. 88 seconds, and yep, Lance has been lapped by Capstar now.
But here comes the move. Outguard onto Critical Noob for P2 on those hard tires. Might get it just before Sector 1 here, but they're battling quite hard.
Critical Noob seems to be taking a lot more curb than Outguard, and I think it really saves him time. Look at the gap he's pulled just out of that the final corner before the Sector 1 timing.
But what all this battling is now doing is allowing Static, who's currently improving, maybe saved his tires a bit earlier on in the race, now trying to get back at these two drivers in front of him, trying to get into P2. Dino goes purple in Sector 1, fastest of all drivers currently on after pitting. Maybe now he might be able to get back to where he was before he got his penalty.
Yeah, he also went purple Sector 2 and 3 after he pitted, so I think this is an incoming fastest lap here. Might completely destroy Capstar's lap.
Yep, and Static now looking to get past into P2, and he does on... is he on fresher tires? Did he pit? I don't think he did, but where has this extra pace come from?
I think so. The Critical Noob make a mistake. Oh, Static pits now.
So Static comes into the pits. Maybe he was just on a push lap for his final lap. Dino Monkey...
Oh, Capstar pitted as well.
Yeah, Capstar into the pits. So Dino Monkey 17.5 at the Sector 2 line. He might get into the lead here.
It's Capstar. Capstar got stuck in the pits. He was in there for a really, really long time. He's behind Static now.
Yeah, and that's Dino Monkey into the lead.
Yeah, Dino Monkey right now provisional P1. And Dino Monkey also takes the final lap. refuel. They say refueling. Maybe Capstar is refueling. That's might be the reason why he had really strong pace.
Yeah, maybe. So P8, P9, and P10 all pitting in at the same time. Is that a crash into the pits? That Manguro crashed on entry to the pit lane.
Oh, his tire is stuck in between the pit wall and wait, that's so weird. I think he's out.
I think that's going to be the first retirement of the race. That Manguro in the Valor goes into the pit wall and he will be out as he is unable to recover his car unless he can, but he's still going to put him far behind everyone else. That's quite an embarrassing mistake.
Well, I guess 7 cars to go until my prediction is correct. They say half the field to crash, so
Yep, Outguard on those hards overtaken by Static. Oh no, that's Landstroid. My apologies, but Static gets purple in the final sector. After pitting, maybe those fresh tires might be starting to benefit him. As Static has overtaken Dino Monkey. I think Dino Monkey might have had a penalty or something that he had to serve, but I doubt that.
no, I think Static just has pretty good pace right now on the 1 lap or 2 lap fresher mediums, and he goes purple sector 1, just proving his pace.
Outguard in P1, trying to do the overcut, but he's only got 10-second gap to provisional lead, so he'll be 10 seconds behind if he doesn't pit soon on that strategy.
He might. I think at this point in time, his best bet is going hards to hards, 15 laps and 15 laps. Cause the all the medium runners, they still have to make one more stop for their last set of mediums. So when they pit, he should be around another 10 seconds ahead of them, and then he will have to hold that lead for probably the last 10 laps.
Yeah, but he might be able to get back the time that he's going to lose at the end on fresher tires, as we see that fresher tires is able to get you a huge benefit, as Dino Monkey and Static are showing.
Still going.
Static looking to improve, maybe gets the purple lap, and he does. He gets the fastest lap of the race after getting 2 purple sectors, and that's Landstroid going off at turn 1, losing time, and now being chased by Dino Monkey. Dino Monkey might lose some time unless, never mind, he's just straight past this back marker.
That Manguro has respawned his car. He's right now on the track. Why? He's not updating.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Static again improving in the first sector, getting the purple first sector. Randomizer improving in the first sector, where I should be expecting those. Outguard and Randomizer. Is Randomizer on hards as well? No, he's on mediums, so he's extended those mediums and goes wide. Dino Monkey overtaking him at that's turn 10, and Randomizer's slowing down.
Yeah, his engine just cut. I don't know. Oh, he's going again. He wasn't typing in chat, so I don't know what happened.
No, that's quite a weird incident, and I don't think.
Yeah, and Static's already on the back of Outguard. Will he pit? Nope, Outguard goes 1 more lap, so...
Yeah, so I doubt that he might even try to go for maybe 2 more laps here, but he's getting overtaken by the leaders, getting overtaken by Static, and yeah, is that Manguro that's now lapping currently?
That Manguro, yeah, they're getting lapped now. I think even on the fresher hard tires, yeah, Outguard has just lapped him, and Static has gone into the lead now by 600s.
Yeah. Not much separating these two, but Outguard might have to start pushing if he wants to make this hard strategy work, because he's going to be 20 seconds behind the leader now after his pit stop.
Yeah, and 20 seconds by whatever he loses this lap. So my guess, about 25 seconds. Static will have such an advantage in Sector 3 especially.
And he goes
now
wide.
Dino Monkey has also overtaken Outguard.
Yeah, so Outguard losing time, going wide on these older hard tires, overtaken by all the medium runners, but maybe, just maybe, he might be able to pull it back after he pits. So he's gone now down to P4, and I don't know if I saw that correctly. It looked like a streak of rain, but maybe not. Outguard,
No,
we
I
should
don't think so.
expect Outguard to pit this lap.
Yeah.
Yep,
Hopefully he
there he
does. And
goes.
yep, he does. He does pit.
Not making the same
Uh,
mistake that Mangura did.
he was about 3 seconds behind Static before he pitted. We'll see at the end of his outlap how far he is.
But I believe that the general consensus for the drivers here is that they're going to want to do a two-stop race. Because
Yeah.
it's not clearly, evidently proven by Outguard, it's not efficient to do 15 laps on hards and then do another 15 laps on hards.
Yeah,
Unless,
and I think his strategy is kind of over. He just pitted again. He was stuck in a pit for so long.
yep, and he goes on to
Oh,
another set of hards.
set of hearts. Yeah, but he's 50. He's gonna be around 50 seconds behind Static right now.
Yep, after pit stops, that's still 26 seconds that he's going to have to make up if he wants any chance of winning the race.
Yeah, that pit stop seems like an issue. Hopefully, it can get rectified. But it is what it is for now, I guess. As we go back to the action, Capstar has been gaining on Static, I believe, after his slow stop.
What a change in events, rather. Static was P4 before the pit stops, now in P1. Dynamonkey was in P5, I believe, before the pit stops, now in P2. And Capstar, the leader, after getting a bad pit stop, now in P3. Critical Noob in P4, improving on fresher tires, but not, or might not be able to take fastest lap here. Or watch me bite my words immediately. He takes fastest lap.
He takes fastest lap.
So, yep, Dynamonkey trying to attack Static, but doesn't seem anywhere near him. Static's still ahead, more than a corner ahead. Static, on those fresher tires, able to make a gap go, and it was 2.5 at the start of this lap. Let's see if he's gaining even, or Static's no, gapping Dynamonkey.
Yeah. Let's see if Capstar gains. No, he loses time as well. So Static on really, really good pace here. I think the strategy was to just not refuel. I think refueling takes too much time in the pit stops.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably the general consensus, and that's Miggy being lapsed there. Miggy not making a mistake. He had a penalty. And I think that's what we saw with Randomizer early on the race, where we thought that the engine cut out. I think that was just a penalty.
Yeah, true, that might be likely. Well, one thing's for certain, at least Miggy hasn't crashed yet. He's still in the running, although it be in P13.
Yeah, he's hit the wall, and
yeah, he's hit the wall, but he hasn't crashed. Actually, damage might be off. I feel like more people should have crashed, honestly.
Yeah, surely.
No, damage is on. Damage is on.
Surely Mangura will have damaged his car.
Well, he's currently not in the race. I think, yeah, he's in the pits right now.
Yeah.
And Lunch Droid and Dark fighting for P15. And Lunch Droid has gone wide. So I think Dark has P14 pretty secured right now.
Yeah, that's a secured P14, but I think we're only giving points for the top 10 or top 8. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been told much about 10. That.
Oh, what happened to Cap? Why is big guy saying Cap? He has lost 17 seconds. Yeah. Not 17.
He's just had 7. A penalty there.
Yeah. Probably a penalty. That's a shame. Cuts. Yeah, it's a penalty for every 3 cuts, I believe. So Dino, one more corner cut and he gets a penalty as well.
Yeah, the biggest cutters seem to be at the back of the pack. Real Miggy on 16 cuts, getting 2 cuts in 1 lap just now.
Yeah, cuts here are brutal. Like, if you cut the chicane by just a little bit, you get a corner cut. So I think they're taking it extra careful.
Yeah, but Static's made a mistake, clearly, because Dino is now on the back, or is this just him lapping Yorna?
No, it's him lapping Neo. Oh, he runs wide, though. That's a mistake right there.
He runs wide, and still, Dino losing time was 2.7 2 laps ago. now 6.2.
Yeah, and I think Critical Noob might be catching up to Capstar now. He's only, what's that, 6 seconds behind, approximately.
7 seconds.
Yeah, actually, it may be a lot more after this split. Static just pulled from Dino again. I think Dino had a cut. Yeah,
Yep.
he did.
Dino had a cut. He's done 2, and who's gone wide? Neona went really wide there at that final section and hits the wall on the exit of the final corner. Capstar makes it
Yep.
past Dino Monkey now. So one bad sector has meant that Dino Monkey now loses P2 to Capstar. I think.
Wait, no,
No.
it's not.
I keep.
Dino Monkey is lapping Real Miggy right now.
I should probably turn on these name tags for commentary.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright though. It's alright. Come on, Static.
Wait, he was.
Static has he lapped Noah? No, he hasn't.
He
I
was.
think Static might lap half the field here.
He was 12 seconds. He was 17 seconds behind Sector 2 last lap. He's now 12 seconds behind Dino Monkey. I'm not entirely sure the timing is completely reliable.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless we have a little cheating action happening. I don't know. Grab? Corner cuts?
I don't think it's a bit too early in the season to start calling this person's gravity hacking, this person's cutting the course.
Yeah. But Static, a league on is yeah, just a mile in front of everyone basically. Like Dino Monkey isn't even on the, well, he just made it to the double right hander right now, and Capstar is a little bit further behind. I think the best battle to watch now is probably fight for, I think fight for P8 or P9. That seems to be good.
That's not.
Everyone's sort of in their own world right now.
Yeah, all the cars separated by 5 seconds for the most part throughout the track, and
Oh,
not many
Dino Monkey and
cars
Capstar
together.
pit.
No
Where
gamer.
they get,
Oh, sorry. Acer on the back.
he's
of
stuck in the pit lane again.
Capstar and Dino Monkey stuck in the pits? No.
No, Cap was in there for a pretty long time though. Not sure why.
So yeah, as predicted, 2-stop.
Yep, 2-stop race, and Dark will unlap himself from Capstar.
So Static again in his league, in his own league, might be stopping soon for another set of mediums, but he'll still be ahead of Critical Noob as he goes wide. I think that most of the times that we're saying they're going wide, they're really just gaining time, as a lot of people seem to be going very wide here at the final corner, and demonstrated nicely
Static
by
pits.
Acer. Static pits.
Static pits.
Yep.
For his, probably his last pit stop.
Yeah, that should be the second and final pit stop of the race. Let's see. Will Critical, as he goes very wide there, be able to get past for P1, or maybe they'll just be battling on the exit. It should be about 5
Static
seconds.
stuck. Oh no, I think Static just did a little bit of refueling. He's on his way again.
But there's Critical Noob, and he does
Critical
pass.
Noob does pass, yeah, but Critical Noob has yet to make his final stop. And I think what was it, 18 laps he has to on these set of mediums is gonna be a big task. I mean, Static's about to pass him already. Just shows the difference in delta between fresh and used sets of mediums.
An Outguard who looked very promising at the start of the race on the hard compound tires now finds himself in P6, chasing P5, about 3 seconds behind. That's not the best outcome, but Dino Monkey improving. He's not even pit, but he's improving on his first sector. This might be the pit lap for Dino Monkey as he's trying to push a bit harder, maybe to try get a bit closer to the leaders, or maybe get a gap to Capstar before he pits.
Yeah, I think Capstar's race is
Wait, no, what am
he
I
has
saying?
fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, he went from in the lead with, like, he had low fuel, didn't he, at the start, we think?
Yeah.
Therefore, low fuel to start, he was able to get into P1, but now in P4, and in his league of his own, not particularly ahead of everybody, but just nobody around him.
Yeah. Critical Noob actually managed to stay with Static that whole lap. That's surprising. Well, Static has overtaken him now, but Critical Noob was actually still in the lead coming at the end of the lap, but he's just lost a second in sector 1. I think it's time to pit and get on a fresh set of tires, Critical.
Yeah, Critical Noob should probably
I think
probably
Critical
pit
Noob
now.
can fight for
4.
P2. Nah, P2. With the fresh set of tires after he pits, I think he can easily catch up to Dino Monkey.
Maybe you could be right. We've seen quite a lot of people pit for new tires and then push, but the undercut or
Whoa.
the overcut doesn't seem to work as Dark YZ at the back.
Dark.
Purple in the
Yeah.
second sector.
He's on softs though. He is on
Ah.
softs.
He's on softs. He's at the back of the pack. You might as well go for a
Yeah.
uncommon strategy. Go onto the softs.
You
and
think
try and get
Critical
past this
Noob will
lap.
go on to softs?
You know what? That might be a good idea, but I don't think softs will last any more than maybe 5 laps.
Yeah, most likely. Well, we can see Dark pace throughout these laps. I think this is his second lap. Well, but he has a corner cut already. So that's rather unfortunate.
Yep. And Static, again, in a league of his own, just 2.8 to the next competitor, and it will be after pit stops 12 seconds because Critical still yet to pit for the second time in this race, unless he's going to take a set of mediums for 16 laps. Dino Monkey purple in the first sector. This might be the start of his push to try and get into P2 or try potentially for
Static.
P1.
Alright, I'm not gonna say anything, but Static line through that corner was just a bit sus. He went onto the grass and had like maximum grip. I don't know what I just saw. It might just be vision lag, but that grip was insane.
Well, Dino now got a cut, and he's now 5 seconds back further than he was after getting a penalty for his 9th cut of the race, I believe.
Capstar must be rubbing his hands. Another few more cuts and he might be up with Dino Monkey.
Yep. And Static,
I think,
fastest lap.
yeah, like I said, that I don't know if you saw that corner was crazy grip, but it might just be the cars. I haven't driven them, and I just seen like these people. The grip seems very inconsistent, so I might just be talking cap. But I think Critical Noob might be just trying to stay out as long as he can here. He has 11 seconds to Dino Monkey right now. 5 laps. He might be able to just stay out and keep P2. But I think if he pits now, he's gonna be behind Capstar, and I don't know if he'll even be able to overtake Capstar. Static goes another purple sector.
Yeah, Rachiake for Fox Motorsports comes into the pits for the final time this race, presumably might go onto the softs, might try and get the fastest lap, trying to take it away from Static, who's still improving. Purple middle sector into the final sector. He might be able to get the fastest lap again. We won't entirely know because it'll still say that he's on the fastest lap, but if he goes purple here, that's almost definitely the fastest lap.
Yeah, almost definitely fastest lap. And he has lapped up to P8 right now. I'm sure he's gonna lap more than that.
Yeah, well, we've got Rachiake, who's not that far ahead, but on fresh, soft tires, might be trying to go for the fastest lap here.
I believe he can. He was P5 in qualifying. Surely he has the pace to go for fastest lap.
Yeah, and Critical, I still think that he should pit at this point. I don't think that he's going to be able to hold on to P2 if he stays on this set of tires, even if he pushes as hard as he can, but you never know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
Dino might get another penalty, and Capstar isn't gaining much time on the first position either.
Yeah. I think Critical Loop Oh, Critical Noob only lost 2 seconds last lap. 5 laps left. Their gap is 9 seconds. If he stays out, it's gonna be really, really close if that continues. But I think if he pits now, I think he has no chance for P2. So I think he's just gonna stay out.
And Raja K on the fresh tires cut to him perfectly for him to go wide at turn 1. Those soft tires don't be English? They don't seem to be serving him well.
Capstar setting personal best sector 2 here. Let's see how much time Critical Noob. It was 9 seconds to Dino.
Now
7
6.
seconds now. Oh, 6.
6
Oh,
and a
my
half
math
seconds.
has failed me.
So,
Oh, 4
Dino,
laps.
Dino before the end of this race might be able to catch P2, but if Critical is able to hold on and maintain this gap, it might not change at all unless one of these two gets a penalty, in which that will change the race significantly.
Yeah. Where is Critical? Critical is just going through the second chicane right now. He cut that corner. Ooh, I think he got a corner cut from that. Let's see if he gets the penalty thing. He doesn't. He's still safe.
No penalty, but it's sliding through that corner, and that's the corner that you said Static has a lot of grip through.
6.5 seconds. Right now, what's this? 5.5 seconds.
So a
It's
second
getting
a lap.
close.
At this, or a second a sector, at this rate he's not going to, or he might catch, but it's going to be very close between the two, the Cheetah and the Crake. Capstar seems to have got a bit more pace, gaining a second on Static that lap, and maybe Static is starting to reach the point where his tires are failing him and he's not getting as much grip as he'd like.
5
as he's
seconds
not
now.
really improving.
5 seconds between Crit and Dino. 3 laps to go. This is gonna be really close for Critical Noob.
Yeah, Critical's going to have to be careful on those old tires not to get a corner cut in any of the fast corners, otherwise he will be getting a slowdown. Same goes for Critical.
Did Dino have a penalty last lap? Because he's just at 12. I think he might get a penalty this lap. I'm not so sure. If he gets a penalty this lap, it brings him directly into Capstar.
And Static will be getting a penalty. Or Static will have got a penalty at the second. Great.
I'm gonna watch Dino Monkey see if he gets a penalty.
I think that's just a penalty that he's served, and he hasn't got a corner cut since, and is.
Yeah, right. He hasn't.
But 4 seconds between P3 and P2, unless Critical Noob gets the penalty, I don't think that we're going to see Dino Monkey get P2.
Yeah, 2 laps to go when they cross the line. Dino is Critical is right outside Dino's field. He'll be able to see Critical coming through. Oh, did Critical hit the wall?
Critical hit
Critical
the
hit the
wall.
wall.
Oh no, he's got a
Dino Monkey.
penalty here, I think. Yeah, he's got a penalty, and that's allowed Dino Monkey to get past into P2. As if you could predict it. Critical getting a penalty.
Capstar's right behind Capstar, sorry. Capstar's right behind Critical Noob now. The Critical, he might as well pit for the fastest lap now, I think. Well, actually, there's no point pitting because he wouldn't have one clean lap.
Yep.
That's really unfortunate for him.
Capstar right on the back of Critical. Critical on old tires. Capstar should make easy work here and should be able to get onto the podium positions.
Yeah. 4 seconds to Dino. If Capstar manages to gain 2 seconds a lap on Dino, that would be a miracle.
Yeah, and that's Critical losing into P4, just out of his range now, out of what his tires can achieve. But what's quite impressive is they still managed to maintain this 43-second gap to P5.
Yeah, I think Outguard's second stint hasn't really been the best. I think just the hard tires and the refueling. I think refueling really screwed up many people today, like Capstar and Outguard. But I think hard tires as a tire, maybe for the start, it's alright. Maybe not for the second stint.
Yep. Anyway, on the final lap, Static, 21 seconds in front of anybody else. At this point, he cannot possibly lose this P1, and I might be trying to curse him. Commentator's curse. But he cannot possibly lose his P1. He might just be taking it slow as he goes through the second sector. We'll be taking it nice and carefully just to bring this win home, as he doesn't need to push anymore. He's got the fastest lap, and no one seems to be improving their laps either. So Static coming through the final sector now, 20 seconds ahead of his next competitor. Nice and slow. All he has to do is bring it across the line. We've got 2 more corners to go before Static will win the first race of the season in the 2010 championship. And here he comes. Across the line, swerving. Static wins the Ion 2010, Ion Formula 2010 Australian Grand Prix. Dino Monkey and Capstar in P2 and P3 respectively. Dino Monkey only has to, well, not lose 3 seconds, and he'll be in P2, and it looks like he's going to do a good job at that. Dino Monkey comes home in P2 with Capstar close behind him to take P3. And where is
wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Critical Noob is cutting a lot. I think he's about to run out of fuel. He's coasting. He's lifting and coasting. But Outguard's just so far away. But Critical Noob.
Critical runs out of fuel.
Critical's out of fuel.
Over the line, just barely.
Just made it over the line. Yeah, barely. Oh my god. Well, that was close.
So the finishing order is Static wins, Dino 21 seconds behind Static, and Capstar in P3, and Critical Noob running out of fuel across the line.
Oh, hold on. We have a fight here for P5. Ready, okay, and Outguard. Who's gonna get it?
Oh, across the line, it's going to be quite close, but it looks like the Fox Motorsports car of Ratia is going to get the better exit, and yes, P5, and Outguard in P6 after looking quite promising at the start of the race. Now nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, yeah, and I can prove now that damage is on. Oh, looks like they can repair their cars. Maybe that's why we didn't see as many DNFs.
Ah, that would make sense, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of... Well, that's an L.
Yeah,
we have liked to see some wheel missing action, but yeah, overall pretty entertaining race, especially at the start with Static. With the top 5 or top 6, I guess. Static, Dino, Capstar, Critical, and Outguard being very close for like the first 10 laps. Outguard going long, and then with strategy, I think Static and Raven Motorsports just had the superior strategy overall today.
Yep. So Static P1, Critical P4 after being P2 for most of the race, led the race for a couple of laps, and now nowhere to be seen, qualifying P2 behind Dino. Dino getting P2 after qualifying from pole, but Static, I don't even know where he qualified, but he wins the race, and quite dominantly.
Yeah, Static. Just good driving by him, I guess. First, it's always nice to start the season off with a win. Now he's the one that everyone has to catch.
Absolutely.
But I think good rookie performances as well by Dino, Capstar, Outguard, Radio K, I believe as well. Not too sure, but many of these IFR gamers, is that a good word? Or these people that came from IFR, yeah, really showing that they are able to fight with the top drivers from Ion as well.
Well, I think we can just call them drivers. Anyway, that's the coverage for 2010. Continued. That's the coverage for 2010 finished. Static winning. Next, 1988. I'll end the stream, and it should take you right over to 1988. So, yep, thank you for your time now. We'll be seeing you in just a few moments for the 1988 race, which is another 30 laps of probably much more difficult racing. Thank you.